Hello everybody, my name is Joshua Winkins and welcome back to another video. This is episode 2 of Behind the Scenes series where I kind of give you a more in-depth of kind of behind the scenes of what I do, how I edit my videos, how I edit my photos, how I've kind of been able to grow a little bit on social media with Facebook and YouTube. Anyway guys, so this video is going to be how I edit my Instagram photos, how to edit your Instagram photos, how to edit photos, anything in that range. So I'm going to go ahead and have my iPhone right here, kind of screen record how I'm able to make some of my photos look really cool, and I will also give some like examples of like it became from this to this and so on. So let's go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and hit screen record in 3, 2, 1. So my phone is now screen recorded. So as you guys can see, I'll go ahead and scroll over to photos and kind of give you an in-depth of kind of how to do it. Now I'm personally using the iPhone XS, so the camera is really nice. So in terms of if you just have like an iPhone XS or like a Pixel 3 or a really nice phone, like a nice camera, then you probably just want to go ahead and use this phone camera and not use a DSLR camera or anything like that. So the first part is kind of just talking about this camera, taking pictures with it and stuff like that. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna bring up photos. As you guys can see right there, there's a photo of like wreath, lights, or whatever. Scroll over and there's like another wreath, Christmas tree. So it's all Christmas themed because by the time when this video actually does come out, it's recorded like 3 weeks before it actually does come out. It might even be Christmas Day when this video does come out. So it's entire Christmas theme and whatever. So that's kind of, you could just take photos with just your iPhone. They would just look like that. Just without editing, just look like that. So let's go ahead and kind of jump into now you don't need Lightroom and Photoshop. Now I'm going to give you guys kind of another tool that'll kind of make your photos really cool while still using your camera. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe up to this thing, Hujai, however you call it. So this app, I don't know what you call it, Hujai, whatever. This app just uses the phone's camera and it makes your photos look really cool. Have you ever seen kind of those cool, like, well, I'll flash on the screen if I can find one on Instagram. Those kind of cool, like that orange theme, that little orange date on the side. Well, this is the app that actually uses it. And you can just find it on the App Store. Just type in this 4-letter word in the App Store and you'll go ahead and find it. So go ahead and bring it up. So this is what it looks like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the camera. So this is what I'm looking at right here. So as you guys can see, that's how you do it, and then you just hit this little lap. You take a photo with that big kind of button right here, and then under you will press lab, and you can go ahead and see all your photos and stuff like that. So it's just a really cool app. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you an example of why you should probably use that, and why would you want to use that or just use your phone's camera. So go ahead and bring up photos. So here you guys can see the normal photo, and that's just normally taken with the camera. Now with the Hujai or whatever camera app, these are what the photos look like taken with that camera. So as you guys can see, the filter, it's like an orangey kind of glitchy feature. You can see, look at the difference. This photo versus the one with the Hujai. I'm sorry for butchering that name. I have no idea how to pronounce it. And then this one. This is taken on that camera that I just showed you, the Hujai or whatever. That one versus the normal phone camera. So if you really want to step up your Instagram game, you're most likely, if you have a phone, go ahead and download that app. That makes your phone. All my stories have all been taken with that. Show another example. That's just with your normal camera, and that's with the Hujai filter. So as you guys can see, it's a huge benefit. I absolutely love that app, and go ahead and download it if you really want to start your Instagram game. A lot of my posts have actually been using that filter, so that is definitely a huge benefit. You're gonna probably go ahead and use this app to make your Instagram photos look amazing. Okay guys, so now we're gonna kind of go into depth of how do you, okay, so let's say you didn't use that filter, you used that filter. How do you get your photos to look really nice with using like a camera? Now this is on here. Go ahead and bring up, so that was the edited one, but here's the normal. So this was taken on my Panasonic Lumix G7. That's what the photo looks like. It looks really nice. Obviously 10 times better than what this phone can do. So let's just say you're taking a DSLR. You're just taking your picture without using cool filters on your phone. You want to actually edit it. So the app that I use is Lightroom. Now as you can see, so this is what the photo looks like without edited. And then go ahead, I already wrote it before, but here I'll bring it up. That's what the photo looks like when all the editing is done and the photo looks good. Now no, I do not claim to be an absolute genius in photography, but I've taken photography classes. I'm starting to learn a little bit better with saturation, stuff like that. I don't know what that word was. But, so, I'll go ahead and bring up Lightroom. Lightroom CC, just type that in the App Store. It's free. The only, you don't have to pay to use it. You have to pay to, get more features in the cloud and stuff like that, in the whole Adobe cloud. But in terms of, just go ahead and download it. It's free. You don't have to get Photoshop, get it on your phone or your iPad. I'm not sure about other phones, but I know with Apple it works fine. I've used it on my iPad before. So as you guys can see, so you saw I'll to give you more perspective. So this is what the photo, so you guys can see, this is what the photo looks like, normally with no editing. Now I'm gonna go over and switch over to Adobe Lightroom, and this is what it looks like. As you guys can see, it looks so much better. So in order to edit your photos, you're going to probably want to go ahead and first click on light. So as you guys can see, I brought up the exposure a little bit, I brought up the contrast, highlights, shadows, and all that stuff. You guys can see those dials. You may know more than me, but those are the dials. So I just, to make the contrast better, the light, so you can see me better if it's a little darker photo. Then what you want to do is you want to go over to color. Now this is where you can mess with temperature, tint, vibrance, saturation. As you guys can see, I brought the saturation up, the vibrance up a little bit. The saturation kind of gives it more like I would say more like a non-washed out feel. So it just looks like a white photo. As you guys can see, it kind of gets whiter, duller without the colors. As you bring up the saturation, the photo looks a lot nicer and a lot crisper. So that's basically the overview of Lightroom, and this is where I edit all my photos. If they're not taken on my iPhone and they're taken on my camera, I go ahead and run them through Lightroom. It's a great place to edit all of your photos. Now another big thing in terms of YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, you want to get nice thumbnails, you want to get the YouTube cover photo. How in the world do you do that so the dimensions are right, you don't have anything cut off? So I'm going to go ahead and into the third or fourth part, go ahead and bring up Canva. Now as you guys can see, go ahead and bring it down. You can see, so this was I'm working on kind of a design for my upcoming videos to promote on Instagram. Now this fits perfectly into a story. So it says new video, how to grow on social media. Now if I go ahead and bring up Instagram, as you guys can see, I'll bring it up and look. Absolutely perfect. It fit perfectly in the photo at all. The story, Instagram didn't crop it out. So how do you get that look? So we'll go ahead and pull up Canva. Now Canva it's honestly one of the best photo editing things you can use. Now all this stuff is free. It doesn't cost anything. The only problem with Canva is if you want to get a transparent background, you want to cut out images, you'll have to get Photoshop. That's one disadvantage of Canva. So go ahead and bring it up. So here's what it actually looks like. Now here's something that I don't understand. So sorry about that. For some reason, this makes me look really stupid. Okay, guys. Now that I've kind of fixed the technical difficulty, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure why the iPhone wasn't responding to Canva. So now I'll actually have it brought up, it's screen recorded and whatever, and it'll actually be brought up on my MacBook. So I'll go ahead and give you more in depth of how to use it. Now let's say, here's some examples of. Here, as you guys can see, this was the one that I was trying to bring up. For some reason, my phone wants to be stupid and it doesn't want to work, so that's not a big deal. Go ahead, I have my computer, whatever. So as you guys, this is the story that I wanted to bring up. Now let's say you want to go ahead and make a YouTube thumbnail that's not blown out of proportion, it's the exact dimensions, because usually YouTube won't accept it. So go ahead in the search bar, thumbnail, Instagram story, whatever you're trying to create. So go ahead and click on it. It'll already show you the dimensions. So as you guys can see, it's all brought up. You can go ahead and title your thing whatever you want. And then so let's go ahead, so you could change the background. You could change it black, pink, whatever, green. If you want to use it as a green screen, go ahead and turn it green. Let's go ahead and just change it black. Now let's say that's what the background you want to be or whatever. So go ahead and go over to uploads. Now what uploads does is you just need to upload your image off your computer. I don't really think I need to go in too much depth of that. But as you guys can see, let's say we want to bring up this thumbnail. I think this is the second video or 3 videos ago or whatever, I'm not sure. So go ahead and just put that into the right dimension. So now that's your YouTube thumbnail. As you guys can see, now whatever you want to do with that, you can. Now elements, you can go ahead and search up. If you want to put Instagram and stuff like Instagram, go ahead and search that up, and you've got a whole bunch of cool graphics. Whatever you want to search up is probably there, or just go in Google and search up .png and just insert it there. Text, you have the different text there, so as you guys can see, you can type in whatever you want, type in randomness, and then you can just style different fonts, the font size, the colors, bold, anything like that. Now once you have your actual YouTube thumbnail, go ahead and just head over to download, make sure it's PNG, and just download it to your computer. Now, and as I said, Canva is a great basic overview of Canva. You can go ahead and experiment it with it more, whatever. So that's basically whatever you want to do, your Instagram story, Facebook post. That way when you actually post it to the platform you want, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, the photo is not blown out of proportion or cut off or cropped. So that's how people are able to do it. If you didn't know that before, most likely you're probably using Photoshop, but Canva is a great way to start out since it is a free program, and I highly recommend you going to use it. That's basically just the kind of the general overview of Canva. Go ahead and stop the screen recording. So go ahead and just save it, say IG photos, whatever. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know this is kind of a longer video. You guys kind of gained some insight on how to edit photos, how I personally edit my photos. You could just use your camera or your phone to begin with, but as you kind of want to step up, you want to probably use Lightroom. Lightroom is a great place to start out. It's free. The only features you have to pay for is not really worth it when you're starting out. Canva is a great alternative to Photoshop. You can't cut photos out, do too much special stuff, but it's a great place to start if you're trying to edit photos and you don't have the money for Photoshop. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. It'll be up. I post some really cool stories. I'm pretty proud of it. You guys have probably seen my Instagram. It looks really cool. And also go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Helps out the channel a lot. Go ahead, leave a like on this video. Comment down below which was your favorite thing. Do you use Photoshop? Anything revolving around photos? I don't know what else to say. Anyways, guys, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Remember, this video was probably recorded about 3 weeks before it actually is released. So anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video, which may be how to grow your Instagram, how to grow your Facebook. Haven't decided yet. See you guys. Peace.